What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so it was a couple of days ago. It was reported, many of us saw in the latter stages, I think like the last few minutes of Game 6, we started seeing Aaron Gordon holding the back of his hamstring, which obviously caused some concern for Denver Nugget fans or anybody rooting for Denver in this series. Or just Aaron Gordon fans in general. It was then confirmed that he had suffered some level of hamstring injury. And his status for Game 7 was in question, with it looking like increasingly that he was not going to play. Now it has been confirmed by Shams Charania and I guess other reputable NBA insiders that Aaron Gordon has suffered a grade 2 hamstring injury, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the same injury that sidelined Stephen Curry. And as we all know, Stephen Curry was sidelined for the entirety of the Timberwolves Warriors series after he left in Game 1. Had the series advanced to Game 6, he may have had an outside shot at playing in a limited capacity, but according to experts who have knowledge of this type of injury, those who have had experience dealing with this injury, and those who have suffered this injury, it can typically take a couple to several weeks to recover from this injury. So with the game being held today, it's looking increasingly unlikely that Aaron Gordon will be available for the Denver Nuggets. And if that's the case, that will be a devastating blow to the Denver Nuggets' chances of winning on the road today. They're going to be playing in an arena where during the regular season, the Thunder, I believe I think they went 35-6. And the Thunder, I believe, have lost at home at least once or twice this postseason. So they can be beaten at OKC, but I have to think Game 7 with a chance to advance the conference finals for the first time since 2016. Man, you don't want to ruin a 68-win season. And man, it's going to be difficult, I think, for Denver to overcome this. To me, Jokic is going to have to bring his A game. Ain't no excuse this time. Ain't no, he didn't have help. I mean, I get it. Without Aaron Gordon, if they do lose, Jokic fans are going to make that excuse. But if Jokic himself doesn't come out there and have an MVP performance, then nobody wants to hear that. Also, Russ, I love you, brother. You got to bring your A game. If you come out there with some 2 for 15 shit, I can't save you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that people can choose when they miss or make shots, but you can make a definitive decision as far as your shot selection is concerned. So as long as you go out there and play play hard, play smart as well. We know you're always going to play hard, but you also got to play smart. Michael Porter Jr., for the most part, this postseason, with the exception of 1 or 2 games, I think 2 games, you've played terrible. You got to step up. Jamal Murray has to step up. Christian Braun has to have a good game. And then somebody else has to step up. You know what I'm saying? One of these others that normally don't get much play, they're going to get more playing time because of the likely chance that Gordon is not going to be there. For the Thunder, I tend to think this game is going to be close. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder came out, trying to make some knockout blows, but I think it's going to be a close game. But for the Thunder, Chet Holmgren, thanks Jalen Williams, you guys got to step up. As I said in my other video, Jalen Williams has had a horrible series. Horrible. I think he's only shooting like 31% from the floor, 31, 32, 33% from the floor. Chet Holmgren's not having a great series overall. Especially Williams. Got to step up, man. He's the second best player on that team, second most productive player on their team. Shea has to come out there. And, I've noticed that Shea's been improving his performances in this series, but Shea got to come out there and have a great game. Now, I don't know whether or not that means he has to drop 40, because it depends on what the others do. But whether it's a 25-point, 10-assist night or 45-point night, he got to go out there and do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? But still, this is a big blow for the Denver Nuggets, not having a guy who's been really their second best player some nights, and has been honestly their most consistent performer this postseason. As I said in my other video, Aaron Gordon really has raised his level of play. He's really improved his game since his Orlando Magic days. And, it's just, I know it has to be killing him not to be out there if he doesn't go. Knowing Aaron Gordon, he's probably going to try everything he can to go out there, but you really don't want to risk. You got to look at your career too, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go out there and risk further injury, which, like I said, I'm not a medical expert, but I would think further injury may necessitate surgery, and, also compensating for the injury could cause an aggravation of some other situation, could cause another injury. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of years ago, remember Klay Thompson was trying to really push it coming back from the ACL injury, and what happened? He suffered an Achilles rupture. So, that's what I'm getting at. You don't want to push it. A lot of these guys think that these players are like robots or 2K. You know what I'm saying? These are human beings who get injured. And to play on a hamstring, oh my God. I even said something stupid a couple of years ago when I was talking about James Harden. I don't like Mongo Slade. But, I pulled a hamstring once. And I couldn't imagine playing basketball. It's two things I have a hard time imagining somebody playing with. A hamstring injury, well, three things. A hamstring injury, a groin pull, and a back injury. And I've had, I deal now with, the wear and tear of doing manual labor when I was younger, stupid shit I was doing as far as lifting a lot of shit at work, not bending my knees properly, trying to be Superman, lifting things in my upper body. Some of my weight issues over the years, getting real, real heavy at times for my frame. I know what it's like now, especially after the car accident. Man, a back injury is not something, I'm telling you, back pain is life altering. You don't want to deal with that. I'm telling you that right now, man. A back injury. I marvel at Larry Bird. I'm telling you, I marvel at that dude to be able to play basketball with a debilitating back injury. People talk about Larry Bird was mean and ornery at the end of his career. I can understand, because when your back fucking hurts, every little thing pisses you off. You try not to concentrate on your back pain, but you know what I'm saying? It's anyway. So, if the Denver Nuggets got to go without Gordon, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Anyway, tell me what you guys think.